working on my knitting. We're not focusing so much on the line. We're focusing more on that pat of butter that's helping my eyes and my hormones and my spirit. I'm almost finished with this. Hang on, let me see if I can show you. Getting very excited because now it's time to work on the sleeves. Oh, and I've been whispering because Taj isn't awake yet, but I can hear him. He's awake.
It's beautiful out right now.
I love the morning. I like how gray your hair is getting. It looks really good to me. I remember when I was a little kid, like, I would think about couples, and I would kind of think, like, you know, what happens when you guys get old? Are you still, like, attracted to each other? Do you still think each other are good looking? And I always wondered if that, like, changed as you got older, and it does.
Thank God.
I know. Could you imagine? You, like, turn over in the night, and you're like, Don King, is that you? I actually really like, I really need to do maintenance on my hair, but I actually really like how the gray hair, like, glows in the sun.
I'm really long.
Yeah.
Lily's just listening to the squirrels.
I know. I think there were coyotes last night.
There was. While I was still awake, they were going off. Rolly was barking at him. He was out on the deck last night.
Remember how I was saying I hadn't heard him in a while?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, and then I saw one like the day before you got back.
I wonder if they have like a more active time as there's like the transition from summer to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how the oregano kind of like dried up the top part and then the bottom part's like coming back?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna repot that.
I've still been watering it every day. But yeah, I noticed that.
Last night, Taj and I were talking about hugelculturing our entire backyard because it's been a struggle for me to grow things here because our soil is like so compacted and hard, and we live on a mountainside and it's just, the soil is just hard. How would you explain it, Taj?
We're on a rocky ridge, so it's hard, compact, and it drains quick. So you need to like slow it down and have more organic stuff for the water to sink in.
So I said maybe we should take a year off of growing things in the backyard and just grow things in pots for a year and just really work on the soil. So just like stack a bunch of wood and then stack a bunch of, you know, sticks and leaves and things like that, and then put a layer of topsoil and then a really thick layer of straw, or just probably, you know, like grasses and stuff like that.
Looks like it's gonna be a nice day.
What do you have to do today?
I'm working at 11.
Nice. I have orders I have to get out. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I just got back from Tennessee a couple days ago from visiting my family, and it's been a process of unpacking everything and getting everything back to how I want it to be in my little apothecary room, and getting the orders out today. And then I'm gonna start releasing all of my fall stuff, like all my cough syrups and all my teas and all of my like spiced things. People are already sending me messages about my cough syrups and stuff, so I gotta get rolling on all that. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. I'm not gonna make some giant intro video, but I'm starting a YouTube channel and I'm showing up this way now as opposed to how I've been showing up on Instagram. for 11 years because I just can't anymore. My background is botany, foraging, herbalism, creating chemical-free body products, art, music, and I've successfully run a small online business for 11 years, and it's called A Woman of Nature, and I'm very crafty. I'm always making something. My obsession in the fall months is making ornaments out of felt and embroidery floss. But yeah, I don't want to make like a huge intro video about it all, other than just to say that I just want to share more of like my real life and what it's like to live off the grid in a quiet, natural place. And I'll be sharing more of that kind of stuff, and also my routines and habits with the way that I take care of myself. Just kind of a natural woman. I don't take anything, I don't use anything. I just kind of like let myself exist. I'm letting myself age gracefully, naturally. I'm trying to do things that are free and natural to help myself, like being out in the sunrise and exposing myself to natural light many times a day, being outside as much as I can, getting natural movement. I do lift weights. I do eat pretty much an animal-based diet most of the time. I avoid processed foods much of the time. I drink a little caffeine here and there. I go on and off with it. I don't fuss over my looks. I don't really wear a lot of makeup. Once in a while I'll wear some because it makes me feel like it's a little fun, or I feel like it's a little fun. But by and large, I just don't. I'm 43. I'll be 44 in January of 2027. I probably always will need to work on my dreads. I don't do a ton of maintenance. I only do maintenance when I feel like it's to the point where I should do it. I make a lot of my own herbal products and things and sell them on my website, awomanofnature.com. I have an awesome 6-year-old German Shepherd named Roland. We call him a lot of different names, the Great Rolando, Rolito, etc. So that's my big intro. If you are interested in learning about how I make things, how to make things for yourself that are essential body products and things like that that you would normally buy at the store, but you could probably make yourself, or you could buy mine, stick around. I cook every meal because we live off the grid, an hour and a half away from the closest town, so I cook a lot and I make everything myself. I love to clean and organize. I'm on a big cleaning and organizing kick all the time because about 2 years ago I discovered ketosis and fasting, like actually learning how to do it and properly in a way that has really helped me and benefited me. And when you get into that state, that metabolic state, you get so clear. Like I'm in ketosis right now. You just like see things very, clearly without any clutter, and I feel like your spaces start reflecting that. So I tend to like keep a really tidy, organized space. I'm actually in the process of like I've cleared out my house in such a way that I'm ready to start creating art. Like I'm thinking about like what can I put in this little area right here? Like my whole thing though is like I don't want to spend a lot of money. I like making things and using materials that I have at my disposal. So like I make a lot of things out of found objects like driftwood or natural materials or whatever. But if you're interested in like making herbals, making crafts, making essential body products, watching me try and fail at various tasks because I'm always trying something new, watching somebody who's just aging naturally and isn't worrying too much about how they're showing up. I might have crust on my eyes right now because I just woke up, or I might not. I don't know. I'm always trying to get stronger. I'm always trying to, like, be a better person. I have a pretty close relationship with God and Jesus. I love like how close I am with God, and that's a really huge aspect of my life. My husband and I are very close and love each other a lot. I have to put those boxes away. What else? I just love getting out there in the bush, in nature, and finding new places and discovering things and taking risks and living life. And I really just don't like to be on my phone. I really just like to be immersed in like the real life. And I decided to make this YouTube channel because I just wanted to be more present and share more like of my real life, as opposed to like, hey, this is a product I made, or like, here's a picture with no context. Or it's just, to me, I don't know, I'd rather see like more of the meat and potatoes of things of like somebody's real life. And also I've noticed kind of the stuff that we like to watch, like we don't really watch a lot of TV. Sometimes we'll watch some comedy stuff, but mostly like we like to watch people making things, doing things, living life, like learning skills. So that's the kind of stuff that I like to make too. So, and I feel like the platform of Instagram that I've kind of lived on for a really long time, I just don't like this like dynamic. So I'd rather just kind of like pop on there and be like, hey, I made a YouTube video if you want to watch it. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. And yeah, so if you are interested in any of the things that I've discussed, then like and subscribe and share. But my pace is pretty chill, and I'm really just concerned with like living a fulfilling life. I don't have any desire to be nasty to people. I don't like gossip. I'm always trying to be a more loving, compassionate person. I don't want anything to do with drama. If drama finds a way into my life, I'm probably not going to try very hard to keep it there. And I've gotten to the point in my life where I really love people, but if a lot of drama is coming with that, I'm good, and I love you, and I wish you well, and I hope you're doing well. But I'm not bringing that into my realm. So, but my door is always open. I love having people over. I love visitors. I love entertaining. I love learning from people. I love talking to all kinds of people. But ultimately, my trajectory is I'm trusting God, and I'm not falling for a lot of the things that I feel like this world is trying to like push on us. And I think I have my priorities straight, and I just want to be honest and do right by people. And I admit that I'm not perfect, and I admit that I'm a flawed human being, but I'm trying my best, and I don't have any ill will. And that's where I'm at pretty much. And I just want to enjoy nature, and I want to learn and grow and try to understand better. And that's pretty much it. So I'm a kind of rough and tumble gal. I always have like bruises and cuts and scrapes, and I got spots on my face. I have sun damage. I have broken capillaries, probably. I have bitten lips. I don't know. I just don't worry too much about the outer shell. I'm worrying more about the heart and my spirit and learning how to shut my mouth when I don't need to open it. And I say that because the old me was not like that. So, yeah. See a little. We live in Northern California in a house that's just big enough for us. And I think I mentioned we live off the grid. There's no power lines. There's no telephone poles. There's no. If you see, I've been sitting on my front porch. There's like really nobody up here. Very few people. Most of the year we live on a meadow. We have like a lot of privacy and space, and there's so many animals here. Tule elk, wild hare, California quail, woodpeckers, bears, coyotes, deer, mule deer, fishers, pine martens, hummingbirds, skunks, raccoons. So many creatures. And they're so abundant. Like, we see them just driving down the road. We see them in the meadow all the time. It's really special. And the air is clean. The water's clean. We live at like the top of the water chain. So every time I leave here, I can't believe how some people are living in terms of like what they're tolerating. And I think people just don't know what they're missing. The weather here is like pretty amazing. It's sunny most of the time. We have really cool nights, really cool mornings. In the summer, it does get hot, like really hot, but we figure out ways to deal with it, and I just love it. I miss people. I've gone through these like stages of mourning and missing people and going on trips and visiting people, and that's kind of how I deal with that. But by and large, like I've really come to not only enjoy but also really value the lifestyle that we have here. So if you're interested in my adventures and my pace, you can like, subscribe, follow, and I will be sharing more in this style because, like I said, this is me, baby. Like, it is what it is. Like me or don't. I ain't gonna put on a mask for you. I ain't gonna try real hard. I'm just gonna be myself. And yeah, I talk in weird accents and I sing and I just act like a dork. So, but I got love for everybody, so. All right, that's about it.